ورحمة الله وبركاته إن شاء الله زۆر باش تەندروستە بن وەکەزان هەفتەیەکە بە کتێبی ئەتامیک هابیتمان تەواو کردووە و ئەم کتێبە بەڕاستی کتێبێکی زۆر تایبەت بوو و شتی زۆر وردی تیا بوو کە ئەکرێ هەنێ وشەی تیا بوو بێ کە بەڕاستی دیتێنە گەشت بێتین بەڵام کاریگەریەکی ناوەکی زۆر باشی دروست کردووە ئێستاش نەبێ گۆڕانکاریەکی لە داهاتوە ئینشاڵڵا بینین وەسپاسی مەسەڵاتە شەکین بەڕاستی خۆنەویستانە زۆر یارمەتی ئێمەیە بۆ ئەم خولە ڕێکوپێکە و زۆر باشە خۆی گەورە لێ قوبوڵ کات و پاداشتی باتەوە زۆر باشە من چەند پرسیارێکم بۆ دروست بوو لە دوای خوێندنەوەی کتێبەکە وەلام باش بوو پرسیار لە کەسێک بکەم کە لە بابەتەکە شارەزا بێ بۆیە کەسێکە ناسم کە بەشی سایکۆلۆژی تەواو کردووە و ئەتوانێت یارمەتیەکی زۆر باشمان با لەم بابەتە و ئەو پرسیارانەی من هەبوو پرسیارێکی زۆر بەتەواوەتی پەیوەست نەبوو بە کتێبەکە و ئەکرێ بۆ هەموو خوێنەرێکم پرسیارەیدا دروست ببێ بۆیە حەزم کرد لەگەڵ ئێوە شابەشیکەم ئینشاءڵڵا سبەینە پرسیارەکان وەکو چاپێکەوتنێکی بچووک وایە سبەینە پرسیارەکانەکەین و حەزم کرد بکەم بە ڤیدیۆیەک وەکو ئێوەش بتوانن ئیسفادەیەکی لێ بکەن هەتا وەکو بەیانی والسلام علیکم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Now we are next his door. Hello, Mr. Abner. How's it going? I hope you are doing well. Are you ready for the interview?
Absolutely. Come on.
That's awesome. Okay, so let me basically tell you what is our club.
Okay.
It's the name of Ata Book Club, and our book club is we have some books. The first book we read it was The Lies We Tell Ourselves. And we interviewed another person and he talked about it. That was so awesome. And for this book, I'd like to have your opinion for some of the questions that we have, which is not answered, which is atomic habits. And we have some other question in here, maybe apply for every reader, even if it's not about atomic habits. So first of all, I want you to introduce yourself for those who don't know you.
Okay, I'm Jeff Abner. I teach psychology and sociology here at John Overton High School.
That's awesome. Okay, so as you know, we have the book. First question we have, do you think atomic habits is more about discipline or about understanding human behaviors?
I'd say it's mostly about discipline. But kind of once you start seeing positive, if you read the book, and you actually try to apply those principles, I would say at first it's mostly about discipline, but kind of once you get started and you start seeing positive results as you put those things into practice, then it's possible that your behavior will change. You have to have the discipline to read, to put those things into practice. But then as you start seeing positive results come from practicing those things, that's when you start to see changes in behavior.
Yeah, that's interesting because like if you don't have discipline, it doesn't, even if you understand the human behaviors, it doesn't work out.
Right, exactly.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for that. And from a psychological perspective, what makes the small habits more effective than big dramatic changes?
I would say, and I think most people who study this kind of stuff would agree, that human beings by nature do not like dramatic, quick change. We don't handle that very well.
That's right.
We handle slow, progressive change. If you try and kind of incorporate too much change too quickly, it makes us feel uncomfortable and we kind of start to resist.
Exactly, that's the point.
Yeah,
that's what the point like atomic habits is all about. It says don't like make a big change which is so hard to handle and then go away, say that this major is not for me, this thing is not for me. Okay, for whom could this book or could every book be useless or not work as intended? Yep.
Yes, as intended. This book will not benefit people who are not dedicated to trying to understand what change Clear's talking about. And again, they don't have the discipline to put those things that he's suggesting into practice. It won't work just to read through it and not really try to make those things a part of your everyday life, this book is really not for you.
Yeah, because we have a lot of readers, they read and read, but nothing changed, and even like after a while they will just say, like reading is not my habit.
Right. Yes. Well, it's challenging too, because any kind of books like this are going to challenge you to think and consider the way that you do things. And some people are just not really interested in this. They like this overall sound of this is what's going to help, or this is how this is supposed to play out, but they're not really interested in doing.
Yeah, and some of them is like people like to do what other people do to like looks kind of smart. They take a picture of a book, a coffee with it, like post it, like to people say, wow, this is a reader and stuff like that.
Right.
And we have a lot of those types.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, last question. Can habit change alone fix deeper emotional or psychological struggles?
Okay. So I would say changing habits and then behavior, because once you change your habits and you start to see the positive results of those changes, then your behavior will change. And that will also benefit you emotionally and psychologically, because if for no other reason, you will gain confidence in yourself. But it will not affect all or correct all psychological issues. There's just some things that need more work than you can just do by yourself.
Yeah, that's right. We really appreciate your answering. That was awesome. We really wish you the best. And this is for Ata Book Club. We really appreciate that. And thank you for answering this question. If you have anything to say as advice for all of us, because most of them, they're in my age and maybe a little older in that age. And as you know, you teach psychology and you know so much about this, like this gene. So what are you saying to us, like as advice?
Well, you can never gain enough knowledge. Knowledge is the key to understanding anything, including yourself. So the more you read, the more you educate yourself, the more you know, the better off you'll be. So keep reading.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And I'd like to guys show you this picture, which is from Ibn Sina, that we had a lesson about it, that we use it as an example for psychology things, and we have all of those person here. I just like to show you this because of course most of you know him. Thank you for listening, and inshallah it will benefit us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.